Well, hello, everybody. This is Mitchell Osborn. You can find me at mitchellosborn.com. Here on Facebook, Mitchell Osborn, the Intuitive Messenger. Instagram, Mitchell Osborn. Twitter, Mitchell Osborn. I think that's about it. Tumblr, Intuitive Mitchell. YouTube, Intuitive Mitchell. And this live session will be downloaded to YouTube, so you can share it that way as well, especially if you lose it on Facebook as it scrolls down. So, welcome to Talking Animals with Mitchell. It is Sunday night, November the 10th, 2019, that I'm recording this. And as of right now, I can see one person here. So if you want to share who you are, where you're watching from, that would be wonderful. Even if you're watching the replay, feel free to share it. If you ever need me to see something real specifically, hey Norm, then like tag my name, and I usually will see it better because I am all over the place in a good way. So still in Rochester, I love it. That's right, because you are in Central Florida. I hope the weather's really chilly up there. We had a brisk 74-degree day today here. So tonight is a really cool event. I'm going to be talking about. I have a stack of probably 10 or 12 books, all about animal communication, animal totems, shape shifting. So definitely watch. And then at the end of this session, and usually lasts about an hour, tonight I do only have 2 animal pictures to read. So we may not be but about 45 minutes, but I got a lot of books here, so who knows. But Cora Scott and Nancy Hendrickson, when you arrive, let me know, and I'll say your name again in case you're not here right now, because those are the 2 people. It's a cat night, people. It's all about cats tonight. Maybe Cats is being released this week. I don't think it is for a couple more weeks. But anyway, so couple things that have been going on. First of all, I want to set an intention for you and for me and everybody that will be watching this, everybody that is watching this live or in the replay. And all I ask you to do is just take a couple deep breaths with me as I set the intention for you. And they're kind of bullet points. If you've had a session with me or a video from me, then you know what I'm about to do. And that is this, that we, breathe with me, deep breaths, we would all receive healing, guidance, confirmation, grounding, centering, balance, peace, harmony, alignment, joy, abundance, love, great care, compassion, health, wellness, safety, courage, and encouragement. I set the intention that we would resonate, operate, and vibrate in the highest frequency of that divine source, that pure white light, love, God, goddess energy that we can. And I call in Indian all of your and my angels and guides and those we work with on the other side, whether we know who they are, not into this time that we have together, as long as they stay in high vibration and play nice. All of this for our highest good and greatest growth, I say, and so it is. And so it is. So if you are, and I'm looking for, that's what that is. So I'm looking for, if you're out there, Cora Scott or Nancy Hendrickson, let me know. And if you want to post where you're watching from, that's great. If not, it's cool. You can be a creeper, fly on the wall. I do not mind. So a couple of things that have been going on, because I'll do the readings at the end of the session. I've already got all the pictures that I'm going to do, and it's just 2, and they're just kitty cats. They're just felines. But a couple of things that are coming up in my world, which you can be a part of. Hey, Cora's here. So Cora will be reading Pringles. And you'll let me know if you've renamed Pringles. But that'll take place in a little bit, so hang tight. So Monday nights, I do, every other Monday night, I do a mindfulness session, usually about 30 to 45 minutes. And, that's right, Corey, you're Orlando. So cool. So this Monday night, I'm looking up what I said I was going to do because I forgot. So this Monday, I'm going to be doing some EFT tapping. Some of the benefits, what it's for, and if you animal folks are here, I will also talk about how to connect with our animals via tapping. I did a wonderful video about if an animal goes missing, how to tap and bring them home. It's a really cool one. Hey, Carol Snodgrass. Carol, are you related to Stacy? No, Stacy, was it? No, it was Stacy Snodgrass, but Chad Schnarr. She married Chad Schnarr? But you're in Memphis. They were Nashville people with me when I went to school there. But maybe you are related. It's not a common name. So anyway, so Monday night, every other Monday night, I do a mindfulness session. So come learn how to be more mindful. I always take you through a mindfulness session. So we'll do a tapping mindful session. And then also every other Monday night, so the next one will be the 18th, my friend V and I on Monday nights at 7:30 p.m. My mindfulness is 7 p.m. And these are all events that I put on my Facebook pages. If you don't find it, just ask me where it is and I'll share the link real quick. But Monday the 18th and every other pretty much Monday, V and I do readings. We come on, we talk a little bit about what's been going on in our lives. And then we do just some quick one-card readings. We each pull a card for about 5 to 8, maybe 10 people that are joining us. So if you get there early, your name gets on the list quick. And then each Sunday night, I'm here doing this. If you did not get your picture into me, because it is too late, because I already have Cora Scott and Nancy Hendrickson, you go to the event, which next week event, I make it available usually about this time. So right around 7 o'clock. So it should be available and you can be the first one because I go in order as I receive them. Only if spirit pushes me will I go out of order, or if there's a missing animal, I will definitely pull the missing one up because I like to work on those quick. But so every Sunday night doing this. So other things going on. We've got a full moon coming up on Tuesday. We are still in Mercury retrograde. So this is definitely a wild time for us. If you want to get a full moon reading spread, you can check that out on my website, mitchellosborn.com. Also, this week's special spread is the crazy energy coaching spread because of all the crazy energy that's been going on. And if you don't know, I do a weekly forecast with a message from Spirit as well as what to expect during the week. I pull some cards and go from there. Also just did an unboxing, and I have about 26, 27 unboxing videos if you're a tarot or oracle card enthusiast. And then this week, my friend Catherine Allen, she wrote a book called A Little Bit of Intuition. So we're doing just a little bit of a book event launch. Thursday night, 7:45 p.m. It'll be on Facebook like this. So I love to talk about synchronicities and stuff. And I want to show a picture that some of you might have already seen. But somebody tagged me in this video or this post. As you can see, this picture, this woman went to spread her dog's ashes that had recently passed away at one of their favorite spots. And their friend took a picture of this, and you literally can see the dog jumping up. Now, I'll be honest, I'm a realist, and sometimes I can be a little more skeptical than I like. And I wondered, is this doctored? Is this something, done up? Whether it is or not, it's really beautiful. The thought that, one of our animals could, pop up and show an image. Do I believe it? Do I believe it could be real? Absolutely. Do I believe it is? I do. I do believe it is real. I don't believe it's doctored or faked, but like I said, either way, it's really a beautiful image. And I wanted to share that with you guys because I just thought it was kind of neat. A lot of people were really liking it and resharing it themselves. So if you're an animal lover, you probably know why it's up there, and you probably know why it makes you feel good. A lot of people were posting all dogs go to heaven, which is that's still funny when I hear that because I'm like, of course they do. So do trees, so do rabbits, so do fish. We all go back to source energy. So just a beautiful image. I just wanted to share that with you. And so here's what I wanted to share, some of the books that I have read. And the main one that prompted me tonight to share was this one by Ted Andrews. It is The Art of Shapeshifting. So The Art of Shapeshifting by Ted Andrews. It's kind of a thick book. But this book, and it's so funny because Spirit prompted me to pull it out and start looking at it. I was like, oh, crap, I need to go back through this. This book is just chock full of really, really cool stuff. There's meditations. They talk about dreams in here. There's rituals in here. It's just a really powerful book. But a couple things I wanted to share with you. because I believe that we humans can shape shift into animals. I believe we can do it. Have I ever done it? Not to my knowledge. Have I ever known anybody to do it? Not to my knowledge. Do I believe it can be done? Absolutely. Hey, Lisa. So a couple of the different ways you can shape shift. And this is one of the reasons Bart right here is scratching a little bit. Hey, buddy. I thought he was going to want to make an appearance. But a couple of the ways that we can shape shift, some of the ones that you first think about are zoomorphism, and that's changing from the human form into the animal form. And I think the two popular ones are alloranthropy, which is like transforming into a cat. But then the other one you probably know was lycanthropy, and that's turning into a wolf, which is, Twilight. So, but then also some other cool, simple ways. Hey, Sue, you're going to love this one tonight. Some other cool ways to shapeshift is joining. And this is where you just kind of merge with the spirit of another animal. And this is something I talk about with tarot cards, like embodiment. Joining and embodiment for me kind of feels the same. Like, hey, Lisa Quinn. So like if you've got a big day at work and you've got something and you're maybe not feeling so, jazzed about it, merge with the lion's energy and take that lion energy with you to work and be strong. You would probably want to pick whatever animal that you want. If you need to communicate, you got to speak. Maybe merge with one of the birds that's a messenger, like a hawk, like an eagle. If you need to, for study or something like that, maybe merge with owl for wisdom. But it just depends on what you need, what you want. But, that joining or merging with is really cool. Let's see. Auric shape-shifting, which is where you just kind of connect your energy field. And the book goes into detail about how to do this, but it's like you take form, so your aura around you would take form of that energy. If you've ever met somebody, you're kind of like, they're like a bird. It's not like they look like one, but they probably have merged with a bird. A bird is one of their familiars or a totem of theirs. A lot of times I see people and I'm like, God, they look like this animal, and they could be really connected to them. Dream shifting is another cool one, becoming an animal during your dream, which I know I've done that quite a bit. And then just personification, which this is kind of like all three forms of the shape shifting, dream shifting kind of coming together. And just want to go over a couple other things, but, talked a little bit about it, but, practical aspects of shape shifting, for discipline, adapting to change, turning a foul mood around, developing discipline that can be applied to all aspects of your life. And then more mystical aspects of it, facilitating lucid dreaming, healing, becoming invisible, assisting out-of-body experiences, connecting with nature, physical and psychic protection, traveling through time. These are all some of the other cool ones. And this is all from The Art of Shapeshifting by Ted Andrews. And Ted Andrews is a name that if you're familiar with animals, you're familiar with Ted Andrews. So I have a huge list. So one of my main books that I work with, and by the way, let me see, I think I can post. I'm going to post this real quick. So, if you are interested in getting my class, which I just posted, so hopefully it'll show up. There you go. So that is my Intuitive Animal Communication class. There's a 50% off code, and there's the link where you can go to it. And I did, it's a canned class, so I did it live earlier. But now it's there for me just to kind of resell. But one of my first and main books that I read and just fell in love with, I've never met Carol Gurney. I keep an eye on her in case she does a workshop or something in Florida. I would definitely go to. But it is 7 Steps to Animal Communication, The Languages of Animals. Great book. It's probably, I don't know if it's out of print or not, but Carol Gurney, she has the Gurney Institute. Really, really good book. One of the second ones I read was The Tellington Touch, and Linda Tellington Jones was more of like the horsewoman. She was all about horses, but she extended obviously to animals as well. But these two ladies were very powerful in my education. Like I said, I've not been in person with either of them, but I've read their books and followed them quite a bit. Highly recommend both of those. And like I said, my class is based off of a lot of the education from them. And then in recent days, this is another one of my teachers, and I follow her, Animal Lessons, Danielle McKinnon. She's a psychic and medium, but then really focused on animal communication. This is a very powerful book. She has a couple other books that I've read as well. And then Joan Renquet has several books out, a big school. She's another one I keep an eye on in case she comes into Florida. She and I have a lot in common. I've not met her in person or anything, but was in the entertainment industry, theater, writer, actor. So we have a lot of that in common. And then my new jam is Penelope Smith. I just discovered her, but she's been writing for a long time. She's got about 3 or 4 books out. Animals Speak. This is quite a thick book, but the beautiful thing is almost all of their books pretty much are echoing the same way to communicate, and a lot of that you'll get if you take my class. Or we can even work one-on-one if you ever want to do that. Now, something that I discovered recently, and I love. I wish I had coined this phrase, but I love to do meditation or mindfulness, and and pets are in my life. So this person, Elizabeth Page, Peditation. So this is a really cool book that I got, and just several different ways to connect to your animals in a meditative state. The biggest one for me is if you want to connect with your animal, just sit with them and stare at them. And like Alice, be curiouser and curiouser. And the more you just sit and stare and just wonder about them, the better your connection will be with them, the better you'll understand them and know what's going on and be able to connect with them. But this book was a really good one just because it's connecting with like the mindfulness meditation, which is something I do a lot of, especially at my work. Another great one, if you're a healing person, Joan Renquet's Energy Healing for Animals. This book literally has everything in it. And if I go too fast on a book, just let me know. I can repeat it or hold it back up. I wanted to kind of look in here and talk about just some of the things that she does. Of course, Reiki, Theta Healing, EFT, EFT as on the actual animal, or EFT as the surrogate. Like you can tap on yourself for the animal, which is kind of what I do when I do the animal, missing animal thing. The scalar wave, I'm not familiar with what that is. Reconnective therapy, and she talks about herbs and crystals, homeopathy, acupressure, cranial sacral. She talks about the chakras. This is really an all-encompassing book for healing animals that are in your life or that you want to work with remotely. You can see how tall the stack's becoming. And like I said earlier, Ted Andrews, here's another great book. This one is one where you keep it as a companion and you open it up when you need a message. This one I found when I was out Bobby Lake Tom, Spirits of the Earth. It is a guide to Native American nature, symbols, stories, and ceremonies. And then, of course, Stephen Farmer is another spirit animal totem kind of person. This is a great book. This is one where you need to know something about ladybugs. So maybe somebody needs a ladybug. You're in Sapphire Valley, North Carolina right now, Tricia? I bet the weather's amazing. But this is one of those books where it's like, okay, a pheasant comes into your life or in your dream, you open it up, you dig a little bit deeper. But this one is amazing. Stephen Farmer, Animal Guide. This one comes in a pocket version, which I have in my car. And then also spirit-animals.com is another place that I go and connect with, and look up some animal totem energies and things like that. So those are all the books that I kind of wanted to share with you tonight. Hey, Chris. So Chris, I think you got I sent you that email. I think we already had that conversation. Yes, you've already said yes, you got it. So so those are some of the things. Oh, again, synchronicities. A bunch of ladybugs were just seen in the windowsill. I love it. I knew ladybug was for somebody because when you pop it open like that. So I love synchronicities, and I love it when it works with animals. This week it wasn't an animal. If you don't know, I teach a class called Body Step. I've done several Les Mills programs from Body Flow to Body Attack to Body Pump to CX Works, to Body Vibe, which is now Tone. But I just teach Body Step now because it's a lot of work to memorize the material. But I was practicing the song, and the song was, one of the main lyrics was, "Are you ready?" And I paused it. And just as I paused it, I look up, and then there's this giant sign. I'm driving down the road, and it says, "Are you ready for EDC?" And EDC is Electric Daisy Chain. It's this crazy, I don't go to it, but it's this crazy, like 3 or 4 day concert venue where it literally goes like all day, all night long. It's like electronic synth pop. I can imagine there's a lot of drugs, sex, drugs, and electric pop. But I've not ever been to it. I think they do it at the Camping World Stadium here in Orlando every year. But it was just funny because I was like, I love that kind of music. I'm listening to music, and the "Are you ready?" just connected within a split seconds. So Chris, you said, and me, I'm going to get a ladybug tattoo to cover a breast cancer radiation tattoo. Oh, how beautiful. And if you looked up, I should have looked up what that meant. Let me look up what that means in case you don't know. Ladybug. All right, so ladybug. So if a ladybug lights on you, make a wish, and your wish will be granted. Structure a time each day when you can pray or meditate in silence and solitude. Something you thought was lost will be making its way back into your life. Mother Mary is with you to guide you and console you. No matter what your religious or spiritual orientation, you're shielded and protected from irritation, pestering thoughts, or annoying behaviors from the past. Call on Ladybug when you're being called upon to increase your spiritual or devotional practices. Call on Ladybug when you want to release your fears and anxieties and return to feeling trusting and happy. Call on Ladybug when you felt disillusioned and want to find your faith and joy again. Call on Ladybug when you've planted your garden and want to keep pests to a minimum or eliminate them altogether. Ah, beautiful, beautiful. I love it. Thanks for sharing that. So, all right. So I'm going to move into the readings, and I have 2 cats tonight, so two animals to work on. So if you're new and you want to say where you're watching from, that's great. If not, also thanks for sharing the video, posting it, retweeting it, subscribing to my YouTube channel, everything. Yes, it was beautiful, Chris. So Cora Scott, I know you said you're here. Nancy Hendrickson, let me know that you're here. Because Cora, I'm going to read for you first for Pringles, and then Nancy, no definite name picked yet. Okay, but thinking maybe Ripley. Okay, I'll check into that. Nancy Hendrickson, let me know if you're here before I read Josie, but I'm going to read Pringles first, so I'm going to bring Pringles up in just a second. Nancy, oh, you are here, Nancy? Yeah, you're here. Okay, good. So those are my 2 readings for tonight. So let me, so who am I reading first? So I'm reading Pringles first. So here is Pringles. Oh my goodness. So this is for Cora and Pringles. So Cora, as I say some things, if it makes sense, definitely echo it back. Let me know. I'll tell you what I get, what I hear, what I feel. If something doesn't make sense, you can say that. But when you reply, don't just say, yes, that makes sense. Say, yes, blah, blah, blah. Kind of repeat what I said so I know the reference point. Because there's like a 20-second delay, 30-second delay. And a lot of times I don't know what you're saying yes to. You could be saying yes to something we don't want to know yes to. All right. So Cora and Pringles. So first of all, this one, very, very, and I think I'm looking to see, I'm pulling up the picture because I'm trying to remember what you said. So, newest member, the name is Pringles, but you're not completely given her new name yet. She was born early August of this year. So we wouldn't get any more pets, but we had to adopt her. So she is extremely, out there, the word eager. I know you wrote that down, but eager is very much very inquisitive. I think this goes along with age. Lisa, no, I didn't get your message about Libby. Either you didn't post it in the right place, or you didn't do it by about 6:30 p.m. when I had to get everything adjusted. So I don't know where you posted it. Sorry. If I have time, I'll go look and see. But it has to be in the event for tonight, for November 10th. But anyway, yeah, because if I don't have it, I can't click and paste and do it from here. I have to do a whole bunch of maneuvering to get it over to this site. So for Pringles, very curious, very eager. Literally, she just said, "I'm glad to have brothers and sisters." So I'm assuming there are other little critters there with her. She said she really likes the man. So I'm going to assume that Cora, that there is a man in the house, a husband, partner, or older son, but she really likes that person's energy. She says she's a real talker too. She says they're really grounded. So let me know if the man is an earth sign like a Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo. I'm feeling Capricorn, but it's like they're very grounded. But I also feel like they might give her treats when they're not supposed to, or maybe like on the side to make her love him, kind of a thing. She's very happy. She's very happy there, very appreciative. It's funny because she's not cocky, but she's like, oh, okay, good. You said my husband is the one that she bonded with. Yes, she really likes him. Tell me what your husband's sign is or birthday is, because I feel like there's a lot of earth energy around him. And it could be just in his chart rather than a sun sign. But this is not a cocky thing, but she's like, I knew I was going to be adopted. It's like she's very knowing. You said August, so if she's early August, like born early August, then she's a Leo, which she is going to be a leader, very passionate, very seen. Those Leo energies are very much out there, kind of a connection. So Sagittarius is husband sign. Okay, and let's see, if it's late Sagittarius, like closer to December, like 18, 19, 20, then there could be a little bit of bleed over into the Capricorn. But he's definitely grounded, very earthy kind of guy. Let me know if that makes some sense, because Sagittarius they're fire, and they're out there, but they got a lot of heart compared to the other fire signs. I think so. You don't always know it because they can be a little not standoffish, but they like to get business done. So Bart's scratching on the chair. Hey, buddy. Bart's like, what's going on over there? I'm talking to another kitty cat. Yes. So where else was I going with this? Oh, meat. So Cora, I don't know what you feed your animals, but I'm seeing with Pringles, like, this is kind of weird, and I'm not telling you to do this because you need to check with your doctor and stuff like that. It's like I've seen a lot of raw meat with Pringles, so I don't know if that's what she needs or that's what you're giving her, but I feel like she needs meat. But this is check with your vet, do your own research. I'm not prescribing it or saying that that's what she needs, but I'm feeling like there needs to be like a lot of meat. So let me know if maybe you do like cook your own food, or you really give, something, very, very natural to them. Because I do feel like you do something like that. She's referring to a 23-year-old cat. So December 11 is husband's birthday. So her stools are off for sure. Okay, so there's something there. So do some research and see if maybe some, like a little more pure meat, like just barely boiled chicken, make sure it's cooked enough that it doesn't hurt her. But again, do your own research. I can't recommend that. But yeah, is there a 23-year-old cat in your house? I don't think it's a person. But she's connecting to somebody, and she keeps saying like the number 23 or some being. So I feel like there's either like an old cat that she's really connecting with. It feels very grandmotherly, grandfatherly energy. It's probably male because it feels very feminine energy. And usually males feel more feminine and females feel more masculine in energy to me. So Cora, let me know what makes sense to you there. And I see your feedback already. So yeah, definitely figure out what's going on with your stools. Or maybe she's eating things like lizards or something. Maybe she's eating raw meat, getting the raw stuff out there, and she needs to stay away from that. I just saw a frog too. So, but anyway, Cora, let me know if there's anything else that you want me to look into before I kind of move on. Hey, Deborah, you said help with work. So, Deborah, I'm doing readings on the two animals that I got pictures from before the show started. Um, so each week, everybody, I do this show. And if you go to the event on my Facebook page, Mitchell Osborn, the Intuitive Messenger, you find the event for the date, like the next one will be the 17th. And it'll tell you what to post. It'll tell you to post their age, whether alive or crossed over, their name, female, any issues going on, and then a picture. And I need that picture ahead of time because I have to like download it, put it over to my computer, crop it, bring it over here. So I'm going to the event right now to see because somebody, who was it, said something about Libby. You said a post about Libby, so let me see if there was something there. Yeah, I don't see on the event anything about Libby, so I'm not sure where you put that, and I forgot who it was who said that now. Okay, Lisa Bianca. Lisa, what was your message about Libby? Was it a new animal or was it a connection to something from the past? So yeah, let me know. Okay, so let me scroll a little bit here. Okay, no wonder the scrolling wasn't working. I was like, I feel like there's something going on. So Corey said, I'm wanting to help her bond with the other two dogs in my home. How to do that best? Okay, so thank you for that. That's a beautiful question because I get to teach a lesson. So everybody watching this, here's the example. If you want your cat Pringles to bond with the other dogs, then you have the conversation. And as you have the conversation, the pictures in your head need to be positive reinforcement of the outcome you want. So right now I'm looking at Pringles. And Cora, if you can tell me the names of the two dogs, just real quick, post the names of the two dogs so I can see those names. So yeah, I would look at Pringle and say, Pringle, listen, we've got two dogs in the house, and you send pictures of what those dogs look like, and you say, this is so and so, send an image of so and so. This is so and so, send an image. We're one big happy family. We all get along. We sleep together, and then send the image of like Pringles laying with the dog, riding on their back. Send the image of what you want her to do. Thor and Wilson. I love it. I always love human names for animals rather than like Fluffy. Nothing wrong with Fluffy, but give me Patrick and Sheldon. I love it. Thor and Wilson. So Pringles, Thor and Wilson are part of our family. They were here first. You're coming in, so adjust with them. Send images of all of them, maybe drinking out of the same water bowl, being happy. If there is an incident, like if Pringles like maybe attacks or scratches one of them, out of fear or whatever, then what we as humans have to avoid doing is next time Pringles comes walking into the room and there comes Thor, our immediate response is, oh my gosh, are they going to get into a fight? And the image you send them immediately is the last time you saw them go at it. And that cat's like, oh, that's what you want me to do? And Thor's like, all right, bring it on, let's do it. So you have to be careful not to send that image. You want to send the image of what you want to happen, not what you don't want to happen. It's positive reinforcement. And just, she is a kitten, so there's a little bit of that. And cats, you typically have to, I'm trying not to upset Bart, you typically have to talk to them about the same thing over and over and over and over. Bart, who's right here with me, he would splash with his hand the water and then lick off his paw. And by the next morning, he would empty the water bowl out. And sometimes it was getting on the baseboard and stuff. So finally, I was like, I got to put my money where my mouth is and do my own work. So I would sit down on the ground when he was doing it. I'd sit next to him and I'd say, Bart, use your mouth. Use your mouth, buddy. And the image I would send him, it was him leaning forward and licking with his tongue. So every once in a while he'll do it and I'll catch him and I'll say, Bart, use your mouth. And he looks at me and he'll like do one lick and I'll say, use your mouth, Bart. We've talked about this. And then finally he'll lean down. So usually it just takes more time, more energy because cats, they're very independent. They're very intelligent. They are not so much the people pleasers like dogs are. They are independent. They are showing us how to be independent. They are our guides, our rock stars. So, Cora, let me know if that makes some sense, and hopefully you can put it into practice. And you guys, if I do a reading or give you a message like that or an educational session like that, come back and let me know how it's going. I'd love to know, especially if it's going good, then we can share, yay, what we did worked. If not, then we can revisit it because you're probably not the only one that's dealing with stuff like that. So, Cora, let me know. And everybody that's watching this, whether you're live or in the replay, send Cora and Pringles some beautiful high vibrational energy. Send Cora and Pringles and Thor and Wilson some beautiful connections. There'll be one cohesive family living in harmony and alignment. That's the best things you can do, live in harmony and alignment. Cora, you are welcome. So we'll say goodbye to Pringles for now. So Nancy, just let me know that you're still here. I'm sure you are. But let me know you're still here before I bring up Josie. All right. So why did she pee on your clothes? Sometimes there's just flat out behavioral stuff where she's marking, she's trying to get her scent out there. If she's in a state of fear because of the other animals, then she might be claiming her spot. I do feel like first of all, this is, if you've never watched those cat people tonight or any cat people, if you've never watched 1, 2, 3 episodes of Jackson Galaxy's My Cat from Hell, please do. Within 2 to 3 episodes, you will know how to work with your animals. Because if a cat is a bush dweller, which means they like to go under bed, under cabinets, under things, that's where they hide, that's where they go for safety. If they're a tree dweller, that's where they go up on the back of couches, up on the benches or things that you put on the wall. So, Cora, if Pringles doesn't feel like she has a safe place to go, then she might be really marking her territory. But that's behavioral stuff, and I'm not a behavioralist. That's just me watching enough of Jackson Galaxy show. But if it happens, sit down and just say, okay, Pringles, why did this happen? Are you, trust your gut and be curious. Is there fear? Am I not spending enough time with you? Are my clothes dirty and I need to wash them? Sometimes you're like, you need to clean your room. You just don't know what's going on. She may be like, your clothes stink. Let me put my smell on it. That may be her way of trying to bond with you. If she's already connected to your husband, she may want to bond with you by peeing on your clothes. Or she's pissed. or they do reflect what's going on. So I would say, Cora, where are you or husband or any other humans in the house pissed at other people? If you're coming in and the energies of the world have got you so wound up and so upset and so pissed off, then she's going to reflect that by pissing on your clothes and stuff, So I'm moving on to Nancy. So Nancy, let me bring Josie on. Everybody, this is Josie and the Pussycats. I love it. So, and I don't think, Nancy, you said something about, you said, I can't ever see my comments, so hoping it gets you. Yes, Nancy, it's here. And it takes me about 20 seconds, but sometimes if I have my phone open, I can see it quicker. So Josie has crossed over the Rainbow Bridge. So you didn't say if there's anything you want. So I'm just going to tap into Josie. I love the picture that you sent me, especially with the flowers in front of her, because she's echoing something about flowers or about these flowers in particular. Okay, Corey, you said it happened after Thor came in to see her. That could just be fear kind of coming out. And that's where you need to kind of step in and say to Thor, we're not going to scare her. You need to approach lightly. Don't announce your presence. I mean, we've all been, in the bathroom brushing our teeth, focused in the mirror, and somebody walks up behind us and says, hey, what are you doing today? And you jump because you were so focused. So, yeah. So for Josie, I feel like the flowers are something very important. And they may not be this specific flowers, but flowers outside. So I don't know. I feel like either did you sprinkle her ashes or bury her in or and around flowers? Because I'm being shown she's real still connected to flowers. But there's something about flowers, or she ate the flowers or something. So let me know. Um, so heartbreaking. I've been hesitant to get another cat. What does Josie feel about this? So I'm laughing because literally in the picture, I know she's in the window looking out, but literally she's like, when's he coming? When's the next one coming? So Josie, okay, what does Josie feel about this? She loved flowers. Oh, okay, so she did love flowers. So I feel Josie is looking for the next cat. Did you bring one home, foster it, and then give it back or something? Because I almost feel like there was a fake out. I almost feel like you were about to bring one home, and then you said, "No, I can't." And she was like, "Where'd it go? What happened to it?" Or there's one in the neighborhood that's wandering around. I don't feel like that's the one for you to get. But I do feel like it would be excited for you to have another cat. Hey, Desiree, I only take photos prior to the show because I can't do anything. I can't pull them onto the show now. So if anybody listening, go to the event for next week, which is the 17th. I do this every Sunday night. Read the event details and it'll tell you what to do. You post a picture there because I have to have the picture before I start the show because I have to copy it, put it on my phone, transfer it to my Mac, cut, paste, and put it into the program. So I can't do it while I'm sitting here. Okay, no, but you said, okay, Nancy, you said you almost did. So I feel like another cat is in your future very soon. I'm feeling a very dark cat, either like just dark brown, dark blacks. But yeah, something very dark. It feels male. I was about to say masculine, but it feels male. Doesn't mean that's what you got to get. It's something about like Halloween. It might have a name. Thank you, Desiree. Definitely do it for next week or the week after. I'm pretty much doing these every Sunday night. If I don't do it, it's because I'm busy or out of town or something. But I'm pretty good through the holidays. Or book a one-on-one with me, you guys. Anybody, if you want a one-on-one, you get 30 minutes of me, you, and your baby. And that's mitchellosborn.com. Book a session. You put a picture in there. Usually Tuesday night, Thursday night, 7 or 7:45 p.m. or Saturdays between 9:30 a.m. and 2:30 p.m. But absolutely come on here and I'll do a reading. Usually I have 4 or 5, so I'm getting to spend a lot more time since I've only got 2 tonight. But yeah, so I do feel like there's another cat in your future, Nancy. So I keep coming back to Halloween, and it's, I don't know if maybe they'll have a name like Spooky or Witchy or Casper, but I feel like there's like something to do with Halloween. Maybe they were born on Halloween, even though that was a short time ago. So maybe it's a couple more weeks. But let me just tap into Josie's energy here. She's saying something about her bed, and I feel like it's one of those beds where she curled up in. So I don't know if you still got the bed and you've kind of made a shrine out of it or put it up somewhere special, or like you're not going to get rid of it. You're not going to let anybody else lay in it. But there's something about the bed, and I feel like it's almost the exact same color as her because it makes me feel like when she got in it, you could barely even tell she was there. It's almost like she blended in, like it was beige and brown, what I can tell from the pictures. And I just realized her eyes. It's almost like a raccoon mask. So her personality was very regal to me. Her personality was very respectful. She feels like she's the type that if she didn't want something, she would swat you, but no claws, and then just walk away. Like she felt like she knew how to like communicate very well. We'll be looking for a new cat. No, I didn't keep it. And I encourage you, Nancy, and anybody watching this. This is a huge lesson, so don't think I'm picking on you, Nancy. But don't say too sad. Just honor that little warrior will find the right family and be on the right path. In other words, even when I see animals on the road, even when I see, I saw one today. It was a beautiful black cat. It was killed on the side of the road, and my first instinct was, "Oh, poor baby," and I immediately go, I honor your spirit. I honor that you came into this world. I honor that your life meant something. and it's still meaning something because I'm seeing you right now and I'm honoring it. So yeah, so what I believe one of the worst things we can do for our animals is pity them or feel sorry for them or poor baby them, because that's heavy, dense energy. And I don't think they come in wanting that, needing that. As humans, the best we can do is support them in a high vibration and lots of beautiful love and light, even when the situation is tragic. If you go to a shelter and you see like all those pit bull dogs lined up one after another, I don't poor baby them. I walk by and I honor their soul. I honor their spirit, because I also believe, and I've said this before on this show, that this is how much animals love us. In this country and probably in the world, we euthanize so many animals, and they are continually choosing to come in to show us as a human race how far we still have to go to value life, to value the being. Because it is a tragedy that they're doing this, but I believe they're doing it to show us humans how much we love. Because all you got to do is be connected to one group that is spaying and neutering and fostering and taking care of, and you'll know what it is to be in a place of high vibration. They're becoming more popular in hospitals. They're becoming more popular with people with autism, with PTSD. They literally, it's like they're stepping up where we humans don't know how to. So Nancy, let me know if there's any other quick question you want me to kind of connect with Josie. Otherwise, I'm going to kind of bring it to a close. So type in and let me know. Let me check my phone, see if anything pops up there as well. Yeah, their love is amazing. They're extremely centennial beings, very angelic. Cats, for me, are very off-planet beings. So they're very angelic. They're very alien-like. Okay, thank you, Nancy. Dogs are very much like familiars, like ancestral energy for me. Horses are extremely regal. They kind of feel off planet, like they're close kin to us. Snakes, reptiles, those kind of beings. Their longevity of their own ancestral longevity is wild on this planet. Plus, I feel a lot of off planet with them, kind of like the aliens, that the lizards, kind of reptilian kind of connection there as well. So all right, thank you, Nancy. So you guys send Nancy Josie's spirit, and then also potential new love coming into their home. Send them a lot of beautiful high vibration as we say goodbye to Josie. I'm going to take her picture down. But so that is tonight's session. I'm copying and pasting and putting in. If you want to learn a little bit more about animal communication, I just posted there my class that is, I did it a year or two ago, but there's 50% off. I think that brings it down to like $12.50. It's like an hour and 15 minutes. But it's a class just like this, webinar on Learn It Live platform. Use that code, get 50% off, get it for $12.50, and you can learn to do animal communication on your own. Or just keep showing up on Sunday nights, and you're going to get a lot of that information here. But anyway, so any final questions or comments, you guys? Any aha moments, any books or anything you want me to go back to? I'll give you a couple seconds to post that. But tomorrow night, 7 p.m., right here. Actually, no, I think on my other, I think it is right here. I have to remember which place I put it on. Yeah, it's on here. So I do me and V do on Mitchell Osborn Facebook, and I do my mindfulness and talking animals here on the Intuitive Messenger page. So tomorrow night, 7 p.m., we're going to talk about a little EFT tapping. And if you ever find yourself with a missing pet or you need somebody, let me post. I'm going to post in the, I'm going to post my missing animal tapping video. So I posted it in the link. We'll see if it pops up here. It should pop up. And it'll be, yeah, tapping for missing pets. You'll see that video pop up. But that's a really cool video. Feel free to share that all over the place. It's one I've got on speed dial. I just have to type missing P and it automatically fills the spot. But that's a real cool video to watch. And you can insert your own energy and stuff like that. So Lisa Bianca, you said my post did not go through. Bummer. Did you post here? Because if you post here, you can't post a picture here, I don't think. But Lisa, and if you posted in the event, I did not see it because I went there and looked. So for me, bird energy, it's funny because I feel like a prehistoric connection with them too, kind of like dinosaurs, kind of like some of the reptiles, but they feel very earthy to me. I do feel there's a little bit of connection. I have a guide that is, I think, I'm trying to remember what her name is. I think it's Scorpio is her name. She's very sexual, but she's very bird energy. Like she might actually have wings and feathers. Not so much like an angel, but like there's like an existing planet that really connects with their energy. This is just someone that I've connected with. There's a group of 11 that I work with. I say that because I show up, I listen, I connect. I think we're holding space for the universe. And I think they've been part of my path for years when I was back in Atlantis even. But anyway, that's a whole nother story. But yeah, so bird energy, a lot of birds are messengers. A lot of birds are, like I said, they're I can't put them off planet, but they're not fully on planet either. Kind of energy. And I'm just trying to put into words what I feel with them. So don't hold me to it because that's just my interpretation of what I feel. So any final question, comments, or thoughts, post them now. Otherwise, thank you so much. Thanks for, sharing this video, posting it. It'll get downloaded to YouTube if you want to go back and watch it. Otherwise, it'll be on my feed. But then after a while, you kind of get lost. It kind of gets lost. So, all right, everybody, if no other comments, I'm waiting just to see if there are any. Not seeing anything pop up. Let me see if it pops. Let me pull my phone up and see. All right, so everybody have a wonderful evening. I say to you, may the beautiful, powerful, wonderful, awesome sexiness in me see and recognize the beautiful, powerful, wonderful, awesome sexiness in you. Namaste. Until next time, bye-bye.